welcome and welcome back to the farm, everybody. In case you didn't notice, we did try something new there. We got a new intro at the beginning of the video. Comment down below, let us know what you think of it. Do we need to make some adjustments to it? Should we just leave it alone? Should we scratch it all together? Let us know what you think. And speaking of new things, let's go outside and I'll show you what my wife did the other day. And the surprise is the chickens are no longer in that mud pit. If you guys remember from videos past where we had the chickens locked down in the barn over the winter, the run had turned into a pretty big mud pit, and it was really nasty and stuff. So the weather's starting to get a little nicer, and while I was at physical therapy the other day, my wife took the initiative and she went ahead and moved the fence out in the field, and actually it's working out really well. The chickens are out there, they're scratching around, they're actually able to find some bugs and stuff, which is honestly, it is necessary for their diet to have that kind of stuff. And man, they're just enjoying themselves out there. And you know, I'm just real pleased on how this is going on. And honestly, when the chickens are outside on grass versus inside the barn, man, even the eggs look better, and some people argue they taste better. I don't know if there's really a difference in taste or not, but they definitely look richer and stuff. So I think this was a job well done on her part. And after she did this, I went the very next day. Went out and reinforced the fence, added the extra posts, and stretched it out a little bit, and added the electricity to it. For those of you who's never watched our videos, I think we got a couple videos of us moving the fence and stuff, and I'll put a link in the description below to one of them, and you guys can see how it's done. And there's so many videos on that, not only from us, but from other people who use these electric fences and how they go up and down and stuff. So you can watch that on another video. I'm not going to redo that just yet for this year. So one of the next obstacles was getting a shelter set up for them. And what you're seeing here is just a temporary shelter I have at the moment for them. I'm actually got a plan in process for a more permanent one. I'm wanting to do a more mobile chicken coop, and we'll talk about that more in another video. Just not going to happen just right yet. But what I did, I took some pallets and just kind of put them together and put some loose tin and stuff that I had up on top for a roof, and weighted those down, and I put stuck a bunch of dead tree limbs and stuff in them so that they would have a way to perch themselves. If you followed the channel very long, of course, we've only been going since June last year, but last year we tried something that I thought was going to work out pretty well, and it ended up failing on us, and that was when we used those little portable metal chicken coops. And I don't recommend anybody using them things, especially if you're going to be doing a lot of moving, because the more we moved, the more it fell apart, and it just wasn't worth what we paid for it. So like I said, we are actually planning on working on a better system this year. But again, that's a topic for another video. Okay, guys, so with warm weather coming on, the days are starting to get prettier and the longer, people are starting to get chick fever. So with that, I thought it would be fun just to go and see what it's going to cost to raise, starting out raising chicks for over a year's time. And so today, after we got out of church, we went over to Tractor Supply, and I kind of looked around there a little bit, got some idea on what the prices and stuff was. So I'm just going to start out with these chicks. And remember, these prices vary. It depends on what type of chicks you buy. If you get straight run, pullets, sometimes even the breeds vary. And there's so much variation in these prices. It's just kind of a ballpark of what to expect if you're wanting to get into chickens starting today. So Tractor Supply already has a minimum of 6 chicks you have to buy. They're not going to sell you 4. They're not going to sell you 3. if you go after chicks, you're going to have to buy 6. That's their minimum. And so I average those prices out at $5 a chick. So 5 times 6, simple math, that's $30 just starting out right there, just to get those chicks. Now you got those chicks. What are you going to feed those chicks? Again, this is something that varies because there's so many different brands of feed, so many different types of feed. Do I want medicated feed? Do I want unmedicated feed? Do I want organic feed? Do I want non-organic feed? What do I want to feed my chicks? So just a basic chick starter for a big bag of it is, what was it? $21. So, and so chicks will use anywhere from 1 to 2 ounces of feed per day over an 8-week span while they're on that chick starter. So you're going to use a whole bag of that chick starter in that 8 weeks. So that's $21. That already brings your total up to $51. It gets better than this. Now, as we all know, chicks are prone to cold weather. You got to keep your chicks warm. So with that, you got to have a way to heat them. You got to have a way to shelter them. You got to have some sort of a brooder in place. Now, we have our own brooder in the barn. It's the one I made. It's a cheap build. Anybody can build it, but sometimes you can get away free just using a cardboard box, empty tote. If you have an old stock tank you're not using, you can put them in there. There's different things you could do. So I'm just going to put the brooder down as free for right now, so you're already good there. But the starter kit, which comes with the heat lamp and the feed set, the feeders and stuff for your chicks, it is $39.99. So if you round that up to $40, that brings your total as of right now up to $91, just getting started. Now these ain't even adult chicks yet. This is getting you out of the store. All right. Now, as they get older, again, they got to have shelter. Now, this is a total that varies because, you can use an old tool shed and make your own little chicken runs. If you want to let them free range, that's fine. Just keep in mind they're more prone to predators when you free range or if you have an enclosed shelter. But you can also buy these shelter kits from Tractor Supply and Rural King. Both of them have some decent little kits. This one I'm showing you here is the one that I really like from Tractor Supply, and it's right at $1,000. And so now that brings your total up to $1,091. And that's something you can buy when they get a little bit bigger, because you're going to keep them in the brooder for about 8 weeks till their feathers come on. So, and now you got to have adult feed for them. Well, again, depending on the bird, a full-grown chicken will eat about 1.5 pounds of feed per week. So you times that by six of those chickens, that's 9 pounds a week. Over 4 weeks, that's 36 pounds in a month that those 6 chickens are going to eat. So you times that by you're going to have 288 pounds over the year that those 6 chicks are going to eat at 40 pound bags. We're just going to round it up. There's going to be, because it's 7.2 bags. I'm just going to say 8 bags of feed. That comes to $112 on that feed. And again, that varies on the type of feed you buy. You might want a better quality feed. You might provide your own feed. Of course, if you free range, they don't eat as much. If you keep them inside, they're going to eat more. It just varies on what you want to do with these chickens. So, but I think $112 is kind of a good ballpark figure for that. So now we're at $1,203. Now, we're not done yet. you got to have feeders and waters in place for these chickens when they get older, because that will come in that kit's not going to do you for the bigger birds. Those things are cheap. They're plastic. They will fall apart. I will warn you on that. So I'm just putting down, because I know there's going to be something here I forgot to put down. But feeder, water, oyster shells, and other additional stuff, I'm at another $100. So just the cost of raising your chickens for a whole year, it's $1,303. $1,300 for a year just to get started on 6 chickens. Now, does $4 in the store for a carton of eggs sound so bad? They're still fun.